If you own a local service business, these 3 Instagram ad strategies will flip your marketing and turn your lead generation problem into a lead fulfillment problem. I've helped nearly 100 businesses book out their calendars for a month or more. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how. I'm here to walk you through these 3 phases, step by step, no fluff. This isn't theory, it's a proven strategy. You could be in any service. Landscaping, HVAC, roofing, medspa, even dog poop scooping. It works if you're local and you want reliable leads in your area, not fruitless door knocking or price wars. And later on in the video, I'm also going to show you exactly how you can apply this to your business from today so you can start making sales tomorrow through Instagram. So let's get straight into it. Strategy number 1, the hyper local ads strategy, which builds familiarity. Now, why does this work? These ads, they're contextual and local, meaning that when we film them with a client, we film them at a familiar landmark in Calgary, maybe a recognizable intersection or a community hub, or even in front of the Calgary Tower. People instantly know it's their city, and that builds trust immediately. Not only that, you also call out the city too. Most businesses, they just run ads. They don't mention like the fact that they're even local. They don't say, hey, we're in your area. Hey, we're based here. They just run that ad and they target the area through the actual geographical targeting on Meta. But nobody knows they're local. You might know that they're local because you're targeting them through Meta ads, but they don't know that you're local. So the number one thing that we do, especially when we launch a local ad strategy, is that we film that creative in the city in a familiar location where someone can see it and be like, hey, they're actually close to me. They're not far off. They're in my neighborhood. I recognize that spot. I know that cafe or I know that landmark. And that makes a world of a difference in the results, especially when you want local leads in your area. So the way you do this is you film a short video ad, 15 to 30 seconds, of you or someone from your team talking on location in your area, in a recognizable area or a place that's close to where your business is, but people recognize it. Share who you serve, what you do, and why local people should care or why our community should care. And the call to action should just be a follow button, nothing else. All you want is a follow from that person who's in your local area. So the call to action should be something like, follow us to see real work from local pros. Or if you want to learn how to do XYZ or how to achieve XYZ, let's say you're an interior designer. If you want to know how to make your home look fabulous, or you want to know exactly how to design your perfect dream home, drop us a follow here right on Instagram. That's all you should ask from your audience, your local audience, nothing else. We're in a trust recession now, guys. That means that for someone to make a commitment, that takes a lot of effort. Because everyone's being hit with different ads. Hey, buy my product. Hey, sign up for this. Hey, fill out your info here. Hey, drop your name, email, phone number. Nobody wants to do that anymore. The game is purely a trust game, and we're in a trust recession. So we want to make sure that we're getting the minimal commitment with the maximal upside. How do we do that? And you'll later on understand why this works very, very well. Because all we're asking for them is a follow. But once they follow, that means they've built enough trust, just enough to give us a follow, but they're going to be nurtured through our Instagram content. This is what most people are missing here. Instagram is a social media platform, meaning that once they follow you, they're going to be engaging with your content, or they're going to be seeing your stories, your content, your highlights for weeks, if not months to come. And that's where you continue to convert them. Most people try to just launch an ad and get sales right away. But out of the people that see that ad, maybe 10, 15% are actually in a buyer's pocket. With Instagram, you capitalize on that. You capitalize on the 10 to 15% that actually is ready to buy. And how do you do that? Once they follow you through a DM setting framework, which we help set up for our clients, we start a conversation with them, a real conversation, to turn them into a booked appointment. But the 80% or 90% of the remaining people that don't convert, they followed you, meaning that they're still in your ecosystem to be converted, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 months from now. And this is where the money is. So why does this convert? Because it's relational, it's not transactional. It builds familiarity before anything else. And it's cheaper to get a follow than a quote request. That's the entire idea. So when you do this correctly, it's going to build immediate location trust. People are going to think, oh, they're from here. That means they're close to me. That means I can get their services and they're not far off me. On top of that, it's relational more than anything else. All we're doing is we're planting seeds. We're not pitching services. And again, even when we do this correctly, you're going to get sales right off the bat, because there's going to be that 10 to 15, 20% that's ready to buy. But the other ones, those are going to be converted with your Instagram content and with the next 2 strategies that I'm going to go into. So this is where we go into phase number 2. Phase number 2 is the local giveaway campaign. Here's why giveaways are powerful. They generate massive organic reach through shares and tagging. They bring hundreds, even thousands of local followers, very quickly, and you plant a memory. People remember who gave back to the community. And that goes a long way. Again, I just said that we're in a trust recession now, guys. Meaning, if you're being salesy or pitchy right off the bat, people don't like that. It's kind of a turnoff. And they want someone that they can actually relate to, someone they know that they can trust before they make a purchase. That's what we're going for. So how do you execute this for your local business? Offer a cash giveaway or some type of local prize. It could be $1,000 cash or a free service in their local area. Promote it through Instagram and an ad that's targeted to your location. So if it's Calgary, then we're going to target it in the specific neighborhoods in Calgary. If you're, I don't know, somewhere in Utah, then you're going to target a specific radius within Utah. From then on, you want to ask participants to follow, tag a friend, and share on their stories. What can you expect from this when you do it correctly? Anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 comments from locals, 1.5K, upwards of 2,500 new local followers, and you're going to get a massive spike in brand visibility and trust. You're giving back to your city and you're differentiating from your local competitors who probably aren't even doing anything remotely close. They're probably still trying to rank high on Google. They're probably still trying to get the maximum number of reviews on Google. They're trying to do all these SEO strategies, whereas nobody is going hard on Instagram. Even when they rank good on Google, their ideal clients are still going to see them on Instagram. They're still going to want to check out their bland before and after posts, and then they're going to make a decision. This is where you differentiate yourself from every single competitor in your area. Once you've done those two strategies correctly, you can then move on to number 3, which is launching retargeting ads directly to your followers. This is by far the highest ROI strategy once you accomplish the first 2 strategies correctly. So right now, you're retargeting people who already saw your first 2 campaigns. They've interacted with your brand, they've seen your brand, and they're already familiar, meaning they know, like, and to a certain degree, trust you already. How do you set it up? You use ads to only target followers or people that are already engaged. And this is where you can push for a direct conversion message. DM book for a 10% off, send us a message to book in today. But what you're trying to do is basically get them to DM you directly for your service. Why is this going to work? Because they've already seen your content earlier on. When you do this correctly, you stay on top of feed, leads become more qualified, they're ready to buy. All they need is a bit of a push because they've seen your ads, they've seen your giveaway, and they've seen your page. They've seen your entire funnel. And now you're only targeting people who already trust you. These are by far the highest ROI campaigns that you can do, but you have to have done the first 2 strategies correctly for this to work. Now, here's where most businesses completely miss the mark. Most businesses, all they post is before and after pictures and wait, hoping that something sticks. They never show their face or they explain their value. Their page doesn't build trust and their competitors are quietly eating them alive. This leads to their Instagram looking like a side project. They run generic Facebook ads that chase cheap quotes and they never nurture followers, so their leads die cold. And by the way, this is what most of your competition are doing. And it's so simple to win, simply by doing what others won't. Show your face, speak directly to your market, and use your page like a personal brand. If you're a local service provider and you've been doing it for 5-10 years, you're probably amazing at what you do. But that doesn't mean that everyone gets to see you. And being great means nothing if nobody sees you. So this 3-phase system builds a funnel that people follow into. A funnel that converts followers into booked clients. What does this look like when it's done correctly? These are some client results from my clients that I've personally worked with. Tirza, a cosmetic tattoo artist, is expanding her nanobrow service. She's opening up a new location. This is 3 months into the program, by the way. Andrew hit his first $80,000 month from 1 ad and 1 content system setup. Also his 3rd month into the program. Brad doubled his booked consultations in 2 weeks compared to the last month. Him and his team has been crushing it. They've been filming their own content. They've been killing it with content, nurturing clients, replying in the DMs, following up, booking in sales meetings from people who come in through the ads, nurtured by the content, and then are directed straight into the DMs. And Nader practically blew up his auto parts service business. They're pushing 20K followers. Leads are coming in directly to the auto part shop, all through his content and a local ad strategy. Now, these guys that I just showed you are all the best known in their space. And it's no accident. Here's how you apply this directly in your market starting today. If you want to apply this in your market starting today so you can make sales by tomorrow, this is exactly how you go about it. First off, you want to identify a local landmark where your ad video should be shot. Write your scripts about who you serve and why your local area trusts you. Now, when we work with our clients, we script all of that for them. We do the content, the ads, we send out our videographers, and we go directly to their site and we film it ourselves. We have a specific proven ad framework that we follow that's proven to generate results within 24 hours of launching the ad. From then on, once you've filmed that ad and you've launched that ad, then you can go ahead and post a local giveaway. You want to run each as Instagram ads. From that point forward, you can set up retargeting only to those who interacted or followed. Make sure you're consistent in your content follow-up and DM conversations, because these are real people, real leads in your local area. They're not just random followers. You want to consider them as friends. Every single one of them have a life of their own. They have an income of their own, and they have a spending habit of their own. And they followed you for a reason, because they either wanted your services now or they think of getting it in the future. And you want to make sure you stay on top of their mind. A couple tips: use iPhone quality. So an iPhone is literally all you need. You don't need the best camera. Of course, if you want higher level content, if you want to position yourself as an authority brand, having good content definitely helps, filmed with a great camera. But an ad can crush if it's just filmed with an iPhone and you use good lighting. Speak clearly and hold eye contact with the camera. And you want to make sure that you post 1 or 2 regular videos a week to stay visible in your feed. This is a nurturing platform. Instagram is by far the highest ROI platform if you use it correctly. And it can generate you a ton more business, more than Google will ever will. Again, if you use it correctly. I'll leave you with this. Instagram is relational and Facebook is purely transactional. Follow the 3-phase model that I shared here to become the best known name in your city. If you do it correctly, people are going to recognize you. Even if you walk in the street, you're going to be like, hey, I've seen your ad before. And that's exactly when you know you're doing something correctly. Use trust-driven content, not cheesy promos. Like, actually create content that's you, that's your personality. You don't want to just use ChatGPT or some AI software to do scripting for you. You know your business more than anyone else. And I'm sure you have a ton of different ideas that you can spin up. Educational tips, behind the scenes, process walkthroughs. And you want to nurture every follower. You're building relationships, not just a client list. If your competitors aren't doing this, they're going to fall behind. So if this resonated with you, you can check out my Instagram page. I'll link it in the description below. You can feel free to text me. I'll always check my messages and reply. If you want to see the strategy in action, make sure to follow me. And you can also DM me ads, and I'll send you over tips to optimize your profile and ad strategy for more leads and booked appointments. You don't have to be the best at what you do to win. You just need to be the best known. Give this a try. I hope you have an amazing day, and thanks for watching.